Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Reduce your ping time and get faster speeds when you game at expressvpn.com/funhouse.
Last time on Killer at Camp Kiki Mama, a ragtag crew of counselors and employees showed up this morning hoping to work one last summer at Camp Kiki Mama. Little did they know, it may be the last summer of their lives. After losing a couple of friends to a masked killer, they're shocked to see that their former coworkers have a new job, trying to murder them. And they succeeded by killing the camp owner, Casper Hogwood.
No great loss,
But our group also learned a new key piece of information. There's a second way out of camp other than that road to town. Using a working boat, they can sail across the lake and down a river towards town. Let's see who survives the night in the conclusion of our dread campaign. Fenway.
I'm drowning?
You're treading water.
Well, you were treading water.
Now I'm drowning.
I just want to say one thing. Are we sure that Casper's dead?
Glenn Miller starts approaching Casper Hogwood and swings the axe, taking off Casper Hogwood's head. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is 100% dead.
Okay.
But he was able to explode the head of Maggie Palmer after Fenway was able to get a shot off and explode the head of Benny Russo.
My best friend. My business partner.
And because Casper Hogwood's dying wish was to give you a chance to get away, you do not need to make a pull to swim to the other side of Lake Kikimama. Because of that old bastard's glorious sacrifice.
Thank you, old friend.
You didn't know your name, bro.
Or old pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to hitch your horse.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes bad people help you.
Yeah, so,
That
bad.
doesn't mean you have to be grateful.
So you swim to the dock and you are able to lift yourself up, and you are now outside of the boathouse. On the other side of the boathouse, after completely abandoning your friends, are a new group of Christian groundskeepers.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say that we were abandoning them. They were sinners. However,
It's still abandoning.
we are ensuring the escape for all of us, I think.
Oh,
One of us is dead.
We're going to get the boat and swing by later. Anyway.
Definitely. As you two both approach the front of the boathouse, I'm going to need both of you to make a poll.
Look up there.
As is the way with Dread, after the tower fell, it was rebuilt, where everyone was able to take out the beginning blocks, and then an additional 2 blocks per dead person. Scrimshaw was able to make their poll. Chalk, you feeling good? You feeling lucky?
Breezy.
You don't have to do it if you want to refuse it.
Born to do it.
You won't die if you refuse it.
I won't die if I do it either.
Already?
There's going to be further polls, Chalk.
Well, you come up with the polls, bro. What am I supposed to do?
Poll
I'm
or
not
don't.
deciding when to poll. You're telling me when to poll.
Perfect.
Bro, you pick the polls. What the hell am I supposed to do?
You're able to walk towards the boathouse. Fenway, as you lift yourself over onto the dock and towards the boathouse, I'm also going to need you to take a poll.
Not a problem.
Oh, Splinter.
You pull yourself out of the water. Your clothes are dripping wet. Are you still carrying the gun?
Yeah. Well, there's nothing in it.
There isn't, no. But
You
still
could use
have
it as a whacking stick.
Look, no problem for Fenway.
There you go.
Why do you have so much problem, Chuck?
I try and find the ones that way it doesn't destroy the integrity of the whole structure.
The integrity of the whole structure.
Yeah.
I'm still working with the power of narcotics blasting
Yeah.
through me.
So you are both able to enter the boathouse. You two, the Christian boys, as you are entering through the front, you notice that there is a bear trap placed there. You are able to walk right over it. Fenway, as you approach through the dock, you see a tripwire in front of you. And you are also able to very easily step over it, as you have what I would describe as the eyes of a drug addict that are able to
Very
notice
dilated.
pretty much anything anywhere remotely near you.
Yeah.
And so now all three of you are in the boathouse.
I roll up a joint of soaking wet weed.
You do? Okay, yeah, you do that. Lighting it is very, very difficult.
I don't try to light it.
Oh, no, you just
I
want to
just
roll
put
it.
it in my mouth like one of those old men who goes grocery shopping with like a half-smoked cigar.
Okay,
just
yeah.
chomping
But instead
on
it really just looks like it like goes out for a quarter of an inch and then it just droops down.
Mhm. Yeah, no, that's what I
Like a different part of those old men who go grocery shopping.
They're cocks.
It's their cocks. The boathouse looks different. The old decrepit building is normally dusty and cluttered, but now the floor is covered with shards and scraps of wood. All of the canoes that normally line the wall have been hacked and slashed to pieces. However, the motorboat sitting in the center of the shed, which is still currently filled with the smoldering broken remains of the ham radio,
Did they slash the tires?
it sits uninjured and intact, minus some new deep scratches all over it.
Bro, where's Casper?
Casper did something incredibly stupid and unnecessary in that he ran towards maybe 3 people, who, by the way, are our friends. I don't know if you were aware that the killers are...
I have no friends, so.
Not that bitch Maggie. She took my job.
And he's dead. He did have his head cut off. I did what I thought would save him, which was kill my best friend, Benny.
Who?
I don't have to make you pull for it. That hurts.
What does that mean for our inheritance? Did he change his will at least to mean that the sale of the camp will still get?
I don't think that deal was ever going to happen in the first place.
I need to pay
be
for college
honest.
that I'll never go to.
Well, you dick licks are flapping your dick lips. Tortellini's life is hanging in the balance. We gotta get out of here.
Looking around the still darkened boathouse, because remember the power is still off at camp, you can't really see much. The doors are still locked. The doors that go out to the lake are still locked, and it will require something very large, very heavy to open them, or if one of you want to try to pick the lock, you can do so, but it will cost you quite a lot of pulls.
We have something large and heavy in our group.
Chalk.
Yeah.
It's chalk. I say you bust this door down.
It does have a new lock on it, I should say. It's not like an old rusted lock.
Well, I've got my crowbar too. I strapped to the rake earlier.
You have a crowbar,
The
yeah.
rake.
I think we gave Chalk the crowbar and let him just go to town on the lock.
Let me muscle this lock. It's what I was born to do.
This crowbar
and worship.
has been imbued with the will of God.
So prepping the motorboat is going to take 3 pulls altogether with this. You are going to need 1 to open the doors with the crowbar to open the pathway to Lake Kikimama's shore. You are going to need 1 to successfully fill it up with gas since it's really fucking dark in here. And then you are going to need another to push it into the water.
All right, let's open up this door.
Every single one that you do makes the tower jiggle.
Yeah, I feel
So
the jiggle.
much. The power of prayer. Anything can happen.
I told you I could do it.
I believe
From
in you the whole
the
time.
other side of the lake, now that the doors are open, you can hear what sounds like the screaming of the voice of Glenn Miller.
The stone! So Glenn's dead.
We have to save Glenn.
We don't have to save Glenn.
Oh.
Glenn is definitely dead. I saw an arrow go in his head. Glenn is for sure dead. This is bait. Or he's just so
But what's
stupid and possessed.
They keep mentioning the stone. What stone are they talking about? These?
I gotta be honest with everyone here. I don't give a shit about these stones.
Well, you goddamn better,
Jesus.
because there's a stone at the bottom of the lake, and if we don't do something about it, we're all gonna be dead.
Can't we just leave?
Listen to me, you hippie.
Okay.
You don't know what's out there. You swam that thing. Did you see nothing when you swam that? You didn't see anything strange out there. Of course you didn't see nothing. Because I took it from the bottom of the lake.
You have,
wow.
you have the stone.
I had the stone.
Oh, where did you put it?
Blame Tortellini. It was his job to watch the stone, but he didn't watch the guys. He didn't watch it good enough. Do you, Tortellini?
Tortellini looks at you and goes,
Yeah, you goddamn fucked up, Tortellini. I mean, you GD fucked up, Tortellini. When I saved the drowning camper, as I did, as we know I'm a hero, what I kept from everyone, even to Hogwood, when I dove in to save the camper, I found a strange glowing red rock at the bottom of that lake. And I took that red rock and I put it in my shack as one of my precious things.
We've been to your shack like twice now.
So many
Listen to the
times.
story, GD, damn it, listen to the story. The stone went missing. I told you, tortellini. You're supposed to watch the tortellini. You didn't watch the tortellini.
You trusted it to your dog?
Trusted it with the only man I trust my life with.
Your dog.
Can't you see we need to find the stone?
So
Can't
the
you
stone,
see?
but you're saying the stone's at your shack.
No.
No, I think it's in the lake.
It was taken. No, it's not in the lake. It was just taken.
While you guys are arguing about a stone, you see an arrow flies through the now open doors and hits the back of the boathouse. It's nowhere near any of you, and as you look in the direction of where it came, it's pretty easy to see why, because you see the headless body of Maggie Palmer now walking through the shallow part of the lake towards the open door. And following behind her is the headless body of Benny Russo, the still arrowed body of Glenn Miller, and one new figure, the body of your old friend, Casper Hogwood.
Again, friend is...
I put my head back on.
Casper's alive. Yo, Casper, so good to see you.
Don't talk to him. Don't talk to
Don't
him.
acknowledge him.
Casper Hogwood walking through the water at a slower pace, trying to balance his head, and you can see through his very dark shades still that his eyes are all black, as are everyone else's.
Dodger Stadium. I'm coming for you.
Now you have a playable enemy in the game, which makes things a little bit different. As you can see, we do have a die here. The way that Dread is normally played is without dice and without stat sheets. But because I didn't want to exclude any of you from the fun after you died, I invented a fun new mechanic where if you want to do something to hinder your friends, you will tell me what you want to do, roll the die, and if you get a high enough number, you can either make them pull once, or if you get a really good die roll, you can make them pull twice.
Nobody kills Casper Hogwood.
I guess he's right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: we got to get to the cabin.
The stone was taken from my shack. What are you stupid? Oh,
Do you have any idea, any clues, any ideas where the fuck...
You have a friend who's known for stealing. Did
That
Benny
is
take
actually a very... Maybe we should head to the boys' cabin. He likes stealing.
He's your best friend.
He likes stealing a lot. To excess.
What? Why do we need this stone anyway? Can't we just outrun them?
That is a good
I'll just spend the rest of my life running. I'm okay with that.
They are quickly approaching the opening of the boathouse.
Here I come.
I pour the gas in the boat.
You pour the gas in the boat. That is
guess.
going to take a pull.
Can I shoot an arrow at him with Maggie's bow?
Yeah, if you want to take the bow from Maggie, you can do that, definitely.
Oh, I
Let him,
have a bow and arrow, don't I?
You do. And you have 2 arrows.
We built it real good this time. Every single block is a load-bearing block somehow. Ooh. Ooh.
Benny can't save you this time.
Hey, it's like Jack Nicholson says, something's gotta give. That's my favorite part of that movie, when he says the title of it.
All right.
an easy rider.
You are successfully able to pour the entirety of the gas tank into the engine for the motorboat, and your motorboat
Guys, I did it.
is now powered up.
No.
Unfortunately, from behind you, the entrance from which you came, you can hear the sound of footsteps again, very heavy and dragging. And you sort of track them as they head to the entrance, and now you can see standing there the giant hulking body of the burlap sack killer. Now that you get a good look at him and he's not sprinting at you with a machete, he looks a little familiar. Maybe it's because he's not wearing his signature apron, but this is the body of Jeremy Fatso Hogwood.
So who the fuck killed him?
He reaches up and takes off his burlap sack, and you can see his eyes are as pitch black as ever, but unlike the rest of them, he's smiling. And he looks at you all and goes, "Hello, children."
That's my brother. I still hate him.
I'm sorry. You say you hate him?
Yeah, I still don't like him.
Yeah,
So
Jeremy
you-
Fatso Hogwood, still just a monster in his monster form, looks out into the water, sees you, and goes, "Fuck you!"
Ah, fuck you, Jeremy.
Jeremy Hogswood stands in front of the 3 of you and looks very angry and goes, "Why are you trying to ruin my camp?"
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to live.
For years, you have all been consistently trying to ruin my camp. Chalk Derricksworth, you failed to keep my campers safe. If it wasn't for your constant need to be the center of attention, the children could be safe and they could trust that you were able to watch over them.
He survived.
No
so
thanks to you.
Technically, I didn't do anything wrong, Mr. Simpleton Demon Man.
Louise Fenway, you've turned my beautiful land into a home for sin, drugs, crime, and your low-life friends that threaten to take away the campers' innocence.
I had one low-life friend. He's dead. And I used a very, very small plot of land just to grow a few plants. I feel like this is an overreaction to what I did.
Casper, my brother, you tried to sell my camp. The only thing I've ever cared about, and it was just a quick buck to you.
Yep.
How dare you disrespect the land of our family, the land that we've called home for generations.
And that's
old
everyone.
man Wiley Scrimshaw.
No, I'm just a groundskeeper here.
Honestly, my bad, man. I always really liked you.
Yeah.
But you know, you are who your friends are, right? That's what they say.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Again, my bad.
You forgot the creed of this camp.
You're talking about Camp Kiki Mama. Keep it at Camp Kiki Mama. Sell it on the land. No cops. And then on the back of the shirt, no
No
narcs.
narcs.
Well, I definitely intend to settle it here at camp. And he swings his machete directly at you.
The guy he didn't have a problem with?
If you would like to survive, it's going to take a poll.
God, that's fucking up.
Drunken mumbling of a schizophrenic groundskeeper. A gas-addled brain.
Holy shit.
God.
Ooh.
Okay, you are able to avoid the strike of a machete.
We should just leap off the dock onto the giant trampoline. And then we'll get on the cloud ship and fly away.
The cloud ship.
Yeah, it's right there.
You begin to notice that Chalk Derrickson's pupils are the size of his entire eye. And it scares you for a second because it looks like they're all black, like the enemies you've been fighting all day, until you remember splashing an entire vial of acid all over his face.
Oops. I may have fucked up here a bit.
I can hold them back, but only for a little bit with my laser hands.
No, please.
One of them seems to be reacting to the laser hands.
He's out of this. We gotta get out of here.
I agree. I think
You get the boat ready.
I got it.
I'll hold him up.
Wait, can I just start the boat, or what do I need to do?
You need to push the boat into the water,
Okay.
which is going to take a pull. If you want to hold them off,
Tortellini.
Elise, you can do so, but that's also going to take a pull.
Okay. I call Tortellini.
Oh god, no, you're
Whistles.
going first. Okay.
Wait, what's Tortellini doing?
I don't know. All right. Old man Wiley Scrimshaw is able to call the dog, who runs over
He got
and
the knife
starts
in his mouth?
attacking Jeremy Hogwood in a scene that he has been foreshadowing for the entirety of the game. The dog finally springs into action and begins a very dramatic knife fight with the machete. It's like
right.
something out of a fucking pirate movie. They're just
Get him, Tortellini.
At one point,
Pirates movie?
all of them, every pirate movie that's
Penzance.
ever been
Island.
made.
Cutthroat Island.
Chalk Derrickson, you are absolutely sure you heard that dog just say "on guard."
Chalk takes the flashlight that he's had with him out of his pocket and then turns it on and looks into it. And then is just watching the beam just touch the wall.
Push that goddamn boat in the water. Tortellini can only hold him off for so long.
Why are all of these?
Push it! Disengage, Tortellini. Disengage.
Oh yeah, you having fun pushing that boat there?
Oh. Fenway is able to push the boat into the lake, and now it is able to be started.
I want to get into it.
Tortellini is currently fighting Jeremy Hogwood.
Disengage, Tortellini! Disengage! The boat's active!
Tell Tortellini the dog to disengage, and it looks at you, giving Jeremy Hogwood the opportunity to slice into your dog.
What about Chalk?
Oh my god.
Chalk swoops, picks up Tortellini right before he can get chopped and goes, I found a bazooka! We'll use that to kill him!
All right. Jeremy Hogwood has the opportunity to slash at the dog, and Chalk Derrickson, thinking that he has found a bazooka, is attempting to dive in and save the dog.
And holding Tortellini up, ass towards Jeremy, and he's pressing a button like that.
That is going to take a pull, Chalk.
He's peeking.
Oh, I can see. Oh, bros. I can see the ones. It's so obviously this one. Hold on. There's so much potential here.
Chalk, be careful.
Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that. Can he pull it off? Can he pull it out?
I don't think so. Ah, damn it.
Holy shit.
Right.
Let me do it.
Jock Derrickson swipes in at the last second, basically rolling into the scene, and then jumps up with Tortellini the dog, ass out, and goes, I think I found a bazooka.
Eat shit, demons!
He's got a bazooka.
In a moment of pure serendipity, Tortellini has an immense bowel movement, blowing shit all over the chest, and the open wound of Jeremy Hogwood. As you guys are aiming to get into the boat, I'm assuming Chalk is also going to try to get into what he believes to be like a rocket ship of some sort.
Yeah, let's ride this pickle!
The monsters in the lake that are now approaching the shore and have reached a point where they can stand and walk are drawing in near.
I'm gonna shoot Fenway. This is his fault. He left me on the shore.
I tried to help you, you idiot.
I would like you to roll the giant 20-sided
I saved your
die.
life.
Yeah. Good job.
That is a 3. Casper,
My head falls off.
Casper Hogwood puts a bow in the air, or puts an arrow in the bow, knocks it back, and then lets go. His head falls off, and he does not realize that he shot it the opposite way into
damn
the
it.
lake.
Oh. All right.
Completely missed.
I'll
Great,
get you,
that's all-
Fenway.
You
That's
watch
awesome
it
for me.
happen, and as his head falls down, you hear him say, Stone, Fenway, Stone.
I give Tortellini the whistle for get in the boat.
So the dog that just shit projectile shit and is over Chalk's shoulder hears this whistle and jumps out of your hands into the boat. Chalk, you're following suit, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are all getting into the boat.
I start the boat.
You start the boat. You're going to start heading for the river, I assume?
That's right.
Well, Jeremy Hogwood is going to run down the dock and jump off of it into the boat, landing inside of it.
Guys, we have to help Jeremy. He's in trouble.
No, we don't have to help him. He's a fucking zombie. Do
yeah.
not help him,
But he's
Chalk.
covered in candy.
Chalk, no, that's not candy.
Oh, I saw this scene in Frankenstein. We gotta get out of here.
You saw that movie?
I saw it twice.
Doesn't that come out in 30 years?
This is a different Frankenstein.
I saw a chick tracked. It was called I Frankenstein. Jeremy Hogwood, taking his giant machete and smelling like absolute dog shit, takes a swing at Chalk Derrickson.
Chalk's incapacitated. Can you even defend yourself?
I see it all. I know exactly where he's gonna swipe with this knife. I see it. Trust me, guys. I can do this.
Okay, you don't need any help? You don't need anyone to intervene, defend you?
No.
No, you got it?
I can see it. It's all so clear. Chalk's got this handled.
He's gonna die.
There's nothing we can do.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Casper needs new friends.
Casper doesn't need any friends.
Yeah. Damn it.
Casper doesn't know how to be a good friend.
Okay.
I told you, I'm moving in slow motion.
Are you still carrying the?
I'm a superhero.
Are you still carrying the crowbar?
I am. It just grew out of my hand.
Jeremy Hogwood jumps off of the dock into the boat and immediately tries to come down on you with a machete. But you raise the crowbar that you did not realize was not part of your arm up into the air, and the two metal blades hit. A couple things happen here. As soon as the metal touches the metal, it lets off a spark that ignites a small pool of gasoline that was put there earlier by one old man Wiley Scrimshaw. The boat is now on fire in the middle. The other thing that happens is the force of you stopping his blow, because you are still very, very strong, sends him reeling backwards a little bit, and out from his pocket falls a glowing red stone.
It's a grenade.
It's not a grenade. Grab it. Scrimshaw, grab that. Is that your stone?
That's the stone I recognize anywhere.
Grab the stone.
Tortellini.
Don't. That's in the dog.
That's the
You should
stone.
do this yourself.
The Tortellini. We've been training for this. Tortellini's training for this. If it's the stone, Tortellini.
I can't even tell if you're actually
I can't whistle with
the
the
dog
mustache
hear that?
on.
Get the stone, Tortellini.
What's that noise? The world's swirling.
Tortellini rushes towards the stone and has the stone in his mouth. As soon as he does have the stone in his mouth, he stops dead in his tracks and looks up. His eyes go full black, and then he drops the stone and turns on you.
Tortellinis.
Tortellinis?
Tortellinis, you were supposed to pick it up with the little satchel. You weren't supposed to pick it up without it, Tortellini. We rehearsed this.
Tortellini begins growling at you.
Tortellini, you remember me. Tortellini!
Since you guys are still in shallow water, you've started the boat, but things have kind of hindered it. On the side of the controls is Jeremy Hogwood, and then there is a fire. Standing next to the fire is an angry Tortellini. And then there is a glowing red rock, and then there are you three.
Did it affect Hogwood once that he no longer had possession of the stone?
It does not seem to.
Okay. I grabbed the crowbar from...
Ow, my arm.
Ah, I found my head.
Casper Hogwood reattaches his head.
Stand back, fellas. If anybody's gonna have to put Tortellini down, it's gonna be me.
I pat Scrimshaw on the back and say, we've both had to kill our best friends today.
Look me in the eyes, Tortellini. Tell me you don't want this, Tortellini.
Tortellini growls at you and takes a giant leap, but before it can reach you, its paw it passes through the fire in the middle of the boat, and you hear a word in your head, and that word is burn. And Tortellini goes up in flames and instantly becomes a pile of ashes.
What happened to that bazooka?
Tortellini. Tortellini. No!
I go and I pull Scrimshaw back and I say, he's gone! He's gone!
I just wanted to say, I didn't know Tortellini for that long.
Did anyone else notice how as soon as his eyes did the thing and he touched the fire, he combusted immediately? And so I heard something say burn. And I also think that if we're gonna eat all this chocolate syrup, we have to start soon, because there's a lot of it.
It seems like the fire is their weakness, and we have a lot of it, and I have 2 arrows.
Is that what I said?
I kind of did some math afterwards, yeah, but I have 2 arrows, so I would like to set 1 arrow on fire.
You do.
And I would like to send it into Casper's
No!
maw,
No, not Casper.
his throat.
You will need to make 1 poll.
What if Casper starts juggling his head? You can't hit his throat when he's doing that.
Do you want to?
Yes.
Okay, hold on, Patrick.
No!
Yeah. Make a roll.
Oh,
Ah, damn it.
pretty low.
You do not. He is juggling his head very poorly. He takes it off and basically will throw it up into the air. Softballs really low. What would
It's
it
like
be?
Labyrinth.
Like lollipopping it.
Like Labyrinth.
He's
Like
really
with the fire
throwing it
is.
up and then catching it and holding it still for
Can't
5
hit
seconds.
me, Fenway.
Can't hit what you can't hit.
Yeah,
That's my favorite phrase. That's on the tramp stamp area of the camp t-shirt.
Yep.
Can't hit what you can't hit.
This t-shirt looks like a NASCAR jacket.
Wow. Fenway, you take one of your arrows and you swirl it in the tiny puddle of gasoline that is on fire. And when you bring it up, the tip of it is on fire. You put it in your bow, knock it back, look at directly into Casper Hogwood's eye, and you have a chance to say something.
What?
God damn it.
And the arrow flies.
Wait, does it hit my body or my head?
The arrow flies out of your hand into the mouth of Casper Hogwood. And even though he is surrounded by water, his entire body goes up in flames.
And I say, bon appetit. Now that I know it went in his mouth.
This is what I wanted.
I killed the old pedophile. Likely. I guess I don't.
That's not on my character sheet.
It's under secrets.
I want to know.
And now it is.
There we go.
As you watch your old boss's body erupt in flames, and in a very weird way too, because he is, again, submerged absolutely in water, and the flames seem to not give a shit at all about the water, and then turn into a pile of ash. You hear a singular word coming from the direction of the stone, and it says, burn.
Should we throw the stone in the fire?
Do you want me to stand behind the stage again?
Put the stone in the fire.
You mean this coconut?
Yeah. Throw the coconut in the fire.
Not before
Throw the
I
coconut in the
get
fire.
my revenge.
No. Just throw it in the fire.
Not before I get my revenge.
Just throw it in the fucking fire.
Jeremy.
While you two are debating, Jeremy Hogwood lifts his machete again and takes a swipe at Old Man Wiley Scrimshaw.
Not on my watch. It doesn't. This one's for Tortellini. And then I take Tortellini's little knife that he always fought with, because that didn't burn. It just kind of has like a cool like burnt effect on it now. And so I take Tortellini's knife and I go, but I like do it so like the handle of the knife is wood. So when I take it, I like send it through the flames so that the knife handle catches a little bit as I'm like throwing it up to his face. Yeah.
I see what's happening and I say,
whoa. If you're going to want to do that, you're going to need to pull twice, and the first pull is definitely to avoid being hit.
Oh my god. Oh, just going for it.
I'd like to remind you, you could choose to purposefully topple the tower, since you do have to pull twice. Oh my god.
The heck is Maggie doing?
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god, look at her little fingies.
You'll end up like Casper. Be careful. What
Oh
the fuck?
my god.
Found the loosey goosey.
Why are you doing it like that? Don't slide it.
Oh.
How?
Oh my god. That's like
How?
wobbling like that.
Oh my god.
That's for you, Tortellini.
Old Man Wiley Scrimshaw ducks underneath the machete that hits into the side of the boat and does a flinging motion, sending the wooden-handled knife through the flame, allowing it to catch fire briefly as it stabs directly into the open cavity inside of Jeremy Hogwood's chest. So not only does it get the blade stuck into him, but the outside of his body is covered in flames, and you have an opportunity to say something.
Let's settle this at Camp Kiki Mama. Oh wait, we just did.
That's on the shirt too.
Jeremy Hogwood explodes into flames and then instantly becomes ash, and you hear from the stone a singular word say, burn.
What does Tortellini say to me from heaven? What do I hear?
You hear the sound of your dog that you've heard do many different voices over the course of not only the night, but your 48 hours together since you adopted it from the local pound.
I taught him a lot in those 48 hours.
Tortellini says from heaven, no narcs.
That's my boy. I taught him good. But no cops, no narcs.
And Casper says from heaven, Thank you for killing Jeremy, but also fuck you.
Casper is not in heaven.
No.
You hear a voice from down
So
below.
far down. So far down.
I think we gotta burn this stone.
I agree. I would love to grab that stone and toss it.
You grab the stone.
Oh, wait, I don't grab it. I wrap a shirt around I take my shirt off and I wrap it around my hand and I grab it and throw it in the fire.
When you grab the stone, even with the shirt, everything
it.
goes dark.
Oh, God.
And you see nothing. Inside of that nothing, you see, for a brief moment, Chalk Derricksworth. And Chalk Derricksworth looks at you and he punches you in the face. And then he disappears. And then you see Old Man Wiley Scrimshaw. And Old Man Wiley Scrimshaw approaches you and uses that same knife that she just used to kill Jeremy Hogwood and stabs you in the chest. And then you see the body of Casper, who approaches you and slaps you in the face. And then steals the baggie of Coke that you have tucked into your jacket.
My last act.
Most of it was gone anyway.
And then he disappears. And you hear a voice that says, "Everyone will do this to you. No one loves you."
And I say, yeah, I live out of a van. I'm homeless. I wasn't under the impression that I was well
This isn't
loved.
even my lowest point.
Yeah, this is so
And
far from the bottom.
Speaking of the bottom, you see everything. You see everything you've ever done wrong.
God,
you see yourself being expelled from school for selling weed. You see your father telling him that you are a disappointment and that you were a mistake and that everyone would be better off if you just left. And I need you to make a poll.
Well, hang on, because I'm also very stoned, so I feel like all the effects of that would kind of just wash over me, and I'd be just like, fuck it.
That's a really good point. For a normal person, this would feel like insanity. But for somebody that has taken acid multiple times and is on at least 3 drugs tonight, you snap back. And your eyes are completely normal.
I'm back, and I'm smart now, and I can do the laser thing, but for real. Join me!
And you are holding the stone.
Cast it in the face.
And then you look up and you notice Chalk is on the edge, the bow of the boat.
First, I hold it aloft just to see if anything happens, because I've seen a lot of movies, and I feel
You hold
like
it up
maybe-
into the air, and it catches a shimmer of the full moon that is up tonight. Everything sort of goes red for a second, and it glows, and it makes a powerful noise, and then nothing happens.
still clutching it in my fist, and I don't let go. I push it down into the flames and hold it in the fire, and I do not let go of it.
You hear one singular word, and it says, "Burn." And the flame catches fire that is hotter than anything that you have ever felt in your entire life. And you feel your hand burning as the flesh starts burning off of your hand.
Yeah.
The muscle starts to fade away, and
Yep.
the bone starts collapsing as you feel the flame moving up your arm towards the rest of your body.
And the stone?
The stone is on fire. It is perishing.
Hey, who's got one arm now?
Use your first aid kit.
I use my first aid kit.
Are you still holding the stone?
I drop the stone. I leave the stone in the fire, and I use my first aid kit.
About
My bones.
about half from the middle of your forearm up of the hand you were using to hold the stone is gone.
Oh, but it's cauterized. I don't need to use the first aid kit. The wound is cauterized. I'm not in any danger whatsoever.
The wound is cauterized.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I can't hold the stone anymore, I imagine,
And you
because I have
can't
a
do the
skeleton
laser
for a
hands.
hand.
Yeah.
Well, I have one laser hand.
Yeah.
And as soon as the stone burns, you see every other body that was trudging through the lake to get to you. They also catch on fire, and they turn to ash, and they disappear. And the fire that is in the middle of the boat seems to suck in on itself and then put itself out.
We did it. I did it. I saved the day, everybody. I did this. And I light my wet joint.
You light your wet joint.
Give me-
and a single ash falls in the remaining puddle of the gasoline, starting it back up again.
I feel like we're fine now, though. The real threat's gone.
It's enough. It's a small enough fire that you could put it out by stomping.
Yeah, but I don't.
Okay.
Whatever happened to the corpse of Casper Hogwood.
It caught on
I
fire.
just lit him on fire. I shot the arrow at him.
Oh, right.
On fire.
Shot
And
me in the
I
mouth.
sit down and I say, "Smoke him if you got him." And then I pass wet joints to everyone.
Except Chalk is standing on the edge of the boat, and he goes, "I know what to do. I am the stone." Then that's when I snap my fingers. Metal suit forms around my body, closes up in front of my face, and then I use like rocket propulsors to fly out from the camp, and then fly off, and then I'm in space.
Chalk sees this happen in such vivid detail, and as he blasts away from the camp, he has an opportunity to say something.
Maybe it isn't all about the blowies. Maybe there's more to this life.
And he looks up into the stars as they become brighter and brighter, and as he joins them, what you guys see,
He jumps kind of off the boat and hits the back of his head on it.
and slams headfirst onto the boat and is passed out after smothering the fire. Because your body is so heavy, you smother the fire, and the fire is gone as you are able to successfully take the boat into town. And once you get to town, you are able to get help, and everything's okay. You were able to survive.
Holy
Yeah, it's
shit,
great.
we did it.
It's wonderful.
What do we do now?
I say, Scrimshaw, you crazy son of a bitch. Maybe you're not so bad after all.
I hear voices.
When you get into town, you see that there is a bunch of commotion there. Everyone seems to be really, really riled up. And you are able to park the boat on the side of a lake right outside of the downtown area. And you can tell that everyone is riled up because no one even gives a shit that you've done this. You have basically driven a motorboat into town and then gotten out. There are a couple stores there, but the only ones that are open this early in the morning are the post office and the police department.
Do they give us the keys to the city?
They do not. No one seems to even care that you guys are there.
Put up a statue of Casper for all his good deeds.
It is maybe an hour later.
Okay, we go to the post office.
You go to the post office.
Any packages?
A very
Ask them if there are any packages for me.
very disgruntled postal worker looks at you and goes, "Oh man, Wiley Scrimshaw, I've been telling you this for years. No one has sent you a package and they never will. Now, will you let us go? It's a really big day."
Why is this such a big day?
Some fucking company came into town and they're basically just offering to buy up properties. Something called the artifact recovery project, some shit like that.
This is like the scene from like the movie's over and it cuts to black and you think it's gonna be credits, but then it's like, you know, Indiana Jones. They're like rolling the thing. That's what this is.
Jimmy, he works over at the police department. He got a call last night about something going on over at that camp. I think the camp you guys work at, right?
Keep it at Keki Mama. Settle it.
Yeah,
in
I've seen the
land.
shirts. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're a lot.
I made that call.
Some fucking idiot chopped down a bunch of trees in the road, kind of blocking the woods. So he takes a walk through the forest and comes across some random ass little cave, goes inside. Wouldn't you know it, he finds this fucking glowing blue stone.
Blue.
Yeah. Weirdest dang old thing.
I'm gonna get out.
Excuse me, I need to confer with my
Still have
associate.
one more arrow.
Jimmy from the police department told everyone else, now this company's here trying to buy up the property, get us all out of town, but the mayor wants to have a meeting with everyone, so I gotta get out of here. And he leaves the post office.
I grab the postal worker and I say, run as fast as you can.
Where is this stone now?
I don't know. I assume it's over there with Jimmy. He's doing a fucking little thing at the center of town.
There's a big bin on wheels full of mail, and I turn it over and I go, "Fuck your mail!"
Hey!
And
I work hard here. Just because no one brings you a package doesn't mean no one else gets fucking packages, Scrimshaw.
You're hiding my packages. You're throwing them out. There are packages coming for me.
You've had one package in 37 years,
There
and
are
it was
lots
a
of packages
fish that you
coming for
put a
me.
stamp on and sent to yourself.
Lots of people are sending me packages. You're throwing them away.
Fuck you crazy old
Fuck
fuck.
you get my packages. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, we've come too far together. I guess I'm with you.
Let's go kick down those pigs' door.
You open the door, and suddenly all of you can hear one singular word. And it just says, in a voice that you've heard before, die. cut to black.
Well, the good news is it's blue, so that means it's just water, which I feel like is a lot easier than fire.
And that is the end of Killer at Camp
They
Kiki
all
Mama.
live happily ever after.
It was me the whole time.
Oh, shit! It was Elise.
It was me.
Oh.
Well, that was great, Armando. Thanks.
Yeah,
was good.
thank you
That
for
was awesome.
for joining me.
I like the post credits there.
Yeah.
You're like, I just imagine watching that in theaters and going, that was weird. They kept in like a weird scene at the end. Or Scrimshaw arguing with the postal worker
good movie,
at
but-
3 a.m. and we all survived is the most important part.
Well, not all of us.
Oh,
I cannot believe that 3 of us lived.
I can't
did
either. Look
3 of
at
us
this
live?
fucking thing.
Good thing I sacrificed myself to buy them no time whatsoever and
I think
also
actually
become
you-
more of a problem.
I think you did save me.
Dude, what's crazy is that twice people saved your life.
I don't know.
and then
knocked out
you
the
saved
tower
your own
once.
life
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, thank you for playing.
You
and I
for
hope you
think-
come back next Halloween.
For Killer at Camp Kiki Mama.
Come on, man.
2000.
In the hood.
Come back next year for Red Glowing Stone X, where
Yeah,
it goes
yeah.
to space.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.